Yo, crypto nation and mining family, what's going on? What's going on? Hopefully my audio sounds good. It looks like I'm fucking pegging a little bit here. Let me turn it down a little bit because I know I'm on my wireless. I thought I had it right, but I didn't check this particular scene. So yeah, that looks better now. All right, cool. So what's going on, all you happy hashers out there? I see Jason the Tiger Osborne. We got Crypto Nico. What's going on, guys? What's up? What's up? Don't forget to smash that Lizzie like button, guys. If you're new here, for anybody who comes in a little bit later on or is listening later on, give me a subscribe. You know, helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. You know, and then of course, like this video, share it with your friends. All that good stuff, guys. So we're gonna do a little bit of updates in the mine. I know I haven't been consistently doing a lot of videos as of lately. Hell, I haven't even been fucking hardly gaming or anything. Like, I'll sit there, fire up a game, play for like 10 minutes, and then I start doing other things around the house. And I'm like, but it's like, as you know, we have me and Mikkel have the facility in the undisclosed location. Hey, why didn't you turn off there? Why isn't my little smash the like guy, my smash button is really going this time? I said, there we go. It didn't want to turn off. It registered on my stuff that it was turned off. Yeah. Oh, sometimes it does that. I don't know why. Yeah. What I will do, I think I need to fire this up. Why it does that might be my wireless device not liking to play with the Stream Deck. Let's see about having it like that. No, nope. Gotta be OBS not wanting to play nice then. That's fine. It is what it is. Whatever's. So, like I said, we're gonna do. I got my A2000 that is not shunt modded. I'm going to be doing the copper mod on that one while I go in there. I was going to do a little mining update because, as we all know, me and Mikkel, like I was saying, we're going to be setting up the mining, the family mine in an undisclosed location, and I have been preparing for a pilgrimage with all of my equipment to go to said location. So my house is about to get a whole lot quieter. One of the rigs that will end up staying here will be this one down here, which is my 3080 rig. This one will stay here per the wife. The wife wants me to keep this one here. Okay? You guys heard it here. The wife requested this rig to stay here. I can't make this shit up. I was like, I love you. Right, babe? She's like, gotta heat the house somehow. You can't take away all the heat out of the house. We might be in summer mode, but winter's coming. We can predict when winter comes, right, guys? So, Cammy, stop. You're the reason why I was late getting on here. Cammy is really demanding my attention. Oh, she found a fly. Good. She's not going to bother me. Hopefully she doesn't climb the fucking blinds now. She's not the little light kitten she thinks she is still. Like I was, so I'll do some updates. I've done a lot of work in the mining room. I've cleared stuff out. I've made room in there. It kind of looks like a room. And from this point, once I go into the room, I'll show you guys. I won't be able to see you guys chat, so once I go into the mining room, I've got a camera. I've got my wireless mic so I can walk over there. And, yeah. So, like I was saying, got the standard stuff on the bench here. Got all the tools to take apart and clean up the A2000. This A2000 with the stock thermal pad on there and the better thermal paste, this fucking thing has an issue with runaway temperatures. So I really just think that even with the stock pad on there, I think it's still too thick. So I think that's where these awesome little copper mods from coolmygpu.com, no sponsorship. I wish they would sponsor me. That'd be pretty dope. That'd be really dope. I would put their shit on everything. It's actually a well thought out execution for cooling. And it seems to be at a better height. My shut modded A2000 with the copper mod on here actually does better utilizing 4 wattage. So that just tells me alone that the pads, even at 1 millimeter thickness, I mean, you would have to go to a perfect 1 millimeter thickness on there, and then I don't know if you'd have enough compression on that to make good enough contact, where the copper mod just kind of does the trick. So without any further ado, guys, let's go up into the mine. I will talk about everything that I've done, and welcome to the inner sanctum. Just like that, I'm going to grab my drink here. All right, fellas. Welcome to the mine, guys. All of this stuff here will eventually be gone. All except for this rig down here. This one I will be leaving here because it's a water loop system. I don't want to have Mikkel be burdened with watching over this. So that bad boy over here and this guy, gone. This is the Octo Miner with 3090s in it, gone. Let's see here. How's my camera working here? I'm like trying to make sure you guys get a good camera experience too. Oh, perfect. So that actually worked out really nicely. Cool. Sorry, I don't have it on a gimbal system. I just got it on a tripod. So, right here, I have my E3s. I've got 3 of the E3s here, all of them which are running. I've got a mini Doge here. I have another mini Doge out in the kitchen. This is my S9. It is currently off because I don't have enough available power here at the house, unless we're not going to run any ACs. And then this down here are all 6600 XTs. I have back in the back row over here, these are my 6600 XTs with a 3070 LHR edition, which that doesn't mean shit anymore. I used to have a whole rack, another shelving unit here with all my spare parts. I got boxed all of that stuff up, consolidated everything down to be able to go, this is what I'm going to be keeping here. So I've got my 3D printing stuff, power supply boxes that were going to stay here because I've got 2 more test benches sitting right down here, right below my 3D printer tent. This is my 3D printer tent. I can give you guys a little, see, 3D printer, yo. And then I've got these bad boys here. I'm like hitting everything doing this. But we've got my A2000s here. So these are basically test benches. These will be staying here. Once all of this stuff, well, pretty much all of this will get broken down. This will go. This is my power supply, my power coming in. These are 230 amp PDUs from Triplite. I love these things. Works great. Never had an issue with it at all. Then I'll be able to set up a table here This rig and my 3080 rig will go over here. And then we'll take the test benches and put them underneath the table right here. This way, I kind of put all the mining gear right there. I've got another trip light PDU. I told you, I like these things. So I will be utilizing that to power up what I have remaining here. And then in the wintertime, I'll pull out one of the rigs to heat up the living room and stuff. But today, we're going after that bad boy. That bad boy does not like to be warm in any way, shape, or form. Gives me the most shit. And I've got a fan sitting on there. It's not like it doesn't have extra cooling. It's just very upset. This one, which is modded, does way better than the unmodded. As much as I like NVIDIA, PNY did not do this card any justice for thermals. So that's the one we're going to go after today. So I'm going to have to shut the rig down. I'm going to do that through command right now. Oh. Let's see here if I can get a good visual angle on that. Bam. So hopefully you guys didn't get too sick when I was moving it around, because I don't have a nice little gimbal system on here. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to go into here. We can show it off. Got everything off the screen. Bam. So here is that A2000. If you can, it's like when you see right where this little break is, it actually shut down because due to temperatures. But it went down to like 35 megahash because the temperatures on this card just suck. And I'm not like overclocking it that extreme. This is not a hardcore overclock. This is nothing. And it's not using that much power either. So it's really kind of surprising to see this card having such poor performance. Right now, you'll notice that the temperature 70C on the core, 94C on the memory, but it's also like 68 degrees in the house. I've got the AC units off. I'm pulling air through the house, through the mine. So the mining room is getting a bunch of fresh air right now. And you can see that the temperatures are still not very happy. And if you look at the wattage on this, 73.68 watts. This is accurate, guys. Very accurate. I will just say it. So it's the way that it's reporting back to Hive, spot on. I have verified that with my meters, so we can move on with that one. Now, I go over to the shunt modded one. I've got over 49 megahash. I'm at 75C on the core and 96C on the memory. It's 2C hotter on the memory and 5C hotter on the core. And I'm using 91.58 watts. So I'm using more than 10 watts more. And I'm not having any issues. So with temperatures so much on this one. Now, when it was hot, I did underclock it because it starts riding the temperatures pretty high. And these things are okay. The core is good to 85C. So I was trying to keep it below, like right around that 80C mark, give me the little bit of headroom. So I would downclock them. And, I had it downclocked on a really, really hot day, right around 42.5 megahash. It lived life perfectly. If you see these breaks, this break here, And this big one here, this big one over here is whenever I lost power to the neighborhood. So the whole neighborhood was out of power. And then this was me tripping my breaker. I had too much. This is on a 110 circuit breaker, so I had a little too much on it while I was 3D printing. I forgot where I had the 3D printer plugged in. It wasn't happy about that. You live and learn, right? But it's just the idea that the performance on this bad boy is so much better on cooling wise. So with that being said, shunt modding, is it 100% worth it now? I would say it is. And you can even sit there and not even push it to that 429 mega hash. You can actually have it downclock down to a where an unmodded one is, and you'll get a squeak better performance off of it. It'll be a little bit more stable. So is it something that I'm going to recommend everybody to do? No. Would I say that it's, if you were going to do it, is it worth it? It has benefits, but you do have the heat issue. So with the stock setup on there, this thing will not survive. So you have to do thermal pad updates on it and thermal paste. Now, the caveat with that is the thermal pads, you want to make sure that whichever thermal pads you're getting is a little on the softer side. Any of the harder thermal pads, and you won't get enough deflection off the pad to get the core to squish hard enough. There's only 2 screws on the back of this holding the cooler to the VGA core. So keep that in mind if you're going to go down this rabbit hole also. These are just tips and tricks that I've kind of figured out with having two of them here to play with right in front of me. Even the pads that I'm going to be taking off, which are going to be the stock pads, they don't have a lot. They got like a boatload of squish. I mean, like I could sit there and like squish it like a tire, like a rubber tire almost, So it does have give in the stock pad. I just don't like the thermal performance of the stock pad. That's the only drawback. I've played with the card in its stock format. They operate fine. You'll find ebb and flow of which one wants to sit where in performance wise. You'll have a wide variety. But if you wanted to get to maximize this card, I would definitely say go down the route of getting the copper mod. They're a little pricey, but if you have a bunch of them, it's worth it because then they sell it to you in bulk for the price of copper. Just putting it out there that way. So it is worth having a bunch of them and then doing this mod on there. And to me, I think that even if you were to say, hey, I'm going to get rid of these, you can now say, hey, look, it has the improved cooling solution on there. And if you went down the rabbit hole of modding it, you could say it's got the extra performance on there. Otherwise, you could be like, hey, it's got the better cooling on there, which will allow it to hit its best thermal performance. People will go after that are if they're looking for A2000s for any kind of data center AI development, yada, yada, yada. But these are definitely worth it. I'll be with all the ones that are at the family mine. I will be getting more of these. These things are amazing. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and cut back over into the mine. I'm going to turn off the rig real quick. Modded one, let's go to the unmodded one. And we're going to go ahead. Scale it up now. Draw it down. Confirm. And I'll be right back. I love this thing. It's so easy to deal with the A2000s. That and outside fuzzies. Hey, that's what this is. I'm gonna have to turn off the other one because it's got to be in the same condition. Okay, guys. You know how I've bitched about these A2000 blower fans on here? These fucking poor blower fans fucking. I don't like them. But at the same time, it acts like its own filter, guys. Oh my god. Oh no. So I'm pulling it up, guys. Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Let me go and put this into the garbage. Oh, this is the funniest thing ever. Oh, that's the funniest thing ever. Oh. Oh my god, that is the funniest thing ever. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and start taking this thing apart here. I'm going to have to turn off the other A2000 because I guarantee you that fan's just as bad. All right. Let's do this. Get some of this stuff out of my way here. If you guys got any comments or questions, go ahead and ask while I am taking this apart. Bam. So, you have to take off all the screws. This one holds on the actual cooler itself. I usually do this one last. These are all going to be Torx bits. These are the smaller Torx. It's like, of course, right? All the ones on the back are the same size, right? Yeah. So all the ones on the back are all the same size, including on the cooler, even though that they're different screws, so you can identify them easier. All the ones on the back are the same, and then there's two on the front, which are a little larger, which makes it, fun to deal with. You got to have two different sizes. You don't have to be so cautious with taking off the back the shroud on here. It's not like you have to put it together in any particular fashion. No torque sequence on them. It's nothing major. Even this front shield on here, little fuzzies. Got the screen off of the mining room to allow a little bit more airflow in while it was super hot. So, still see through it. So I'm looking through the cooler to make sure I can still see through the cooler. My camera here will not let you see all the way down, but I can see through the fan opening now that the peach ring is gone, and I can see that. I could see all the way through, and I could see the light coming from the fan. So that's a good sign. And all right, so it looks like it likes to cavitate and collect fur here. I hate how they've got this short little whip for the fan, but there we go. So on the shunt mod, I sit there and I just solder on another shunt right here, and that unlimits the power going to the memory a little bit nicer. There's one that I haven't done yet that I've seen that they inject power here with another mod. I want to dig into it because I've only seen one person do it. I mean, I kind of want to do it, but I'm like scared because I don't want to break this thing. So with that being said, guys, from here, you can make sure that, there's no dirt and debris down in the fan section. If there is, you can easily take all the stuff apart. So that's what's really nice. Even this whole back piece all comes off too. It allows the fan to come out of there. It's a pain in the butt, but it all does come out. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take off this cooler. It kind of sucks. I wish the cooler was a little longer. This way you can flip it over and actually do the maintenance on there instead of it feeling like it's going to rock over. So I tend to hold it like this. I'll stabilize it on my hand here. And this is one thing I do like about this thing. It should work really nicely in a server case. You strip off this thing off of there at 86 that, put these into a good server case, and let the air just get rushed right past it. These cards will do so nicely, I guarantee it. Guarantee I can get good performance off of these in a server case with no fans on them. So you're seeing multiple vids now? Oh, nice. Now, are they doing the back one, Mikkel, for the 12 gigabyte variant, or is it for these ones? Good Lord. I just feel like these pads stopped it from like squishing down. Not gonna worry about that anymore. Add be gone. Get to clean this stuff up. I have my good paste on here, and it just wasn't enough to help this, especially on a hot day, considering that the other card uses way more power. And if you ever do these, and you got the stock pad on there, make sure you scrub the residue off from the previous pad off really good. Just so that when you're doing the next step, like I will be doing, which will be putting on some paste, that I'm making better contact and I'm not making it through a dirty surface of theirs. Right, bam, clean. Get some more paper towels here. Clean the dye off. And it seems to not really leave as much residue on the top, but I will wipe it down too. Do both. Nice, nice. All right. Time to paint. All right, let me grab a spatula. Bam! Thermal gracefully. Bam! I'll go ahead and put dots on everything. Time to play paint. And remember, it doesn't have to be like super goopy thick. As long as you got a good amount on there, you will be happy. The only reason why I'm doing this is just because I want to make sure the spread is good and that there's no possible way of issues. I know people who put healthy servings of this on there. I did the other one the same way as this. I haven't had any issues with it, so rinse and repeats. Okay. Like it. I like it like that. Well, the last copper mod that I have in here. Just like that. Perfect. Now I'll put some healthy doses of on here. Yeah, just like that. Go ahead and put my little X on here. Start with the assembly. Yo. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put this down on top because I don't want to have the copper. I mean, the copper mod is probably not going to fall out or anything, but I'd rather just be safe. How I'm going to drop you on. at that. Other one. Get there. And again, support this from this side. It helps stabilize everything. There. You might have to, where I was holding was right on the other side of that where that screw goes in, and kind of supporting it there so I could press down into it. It's easier to press into that because otherwise, like I said, this thing is going to want to rock. And then with it being a spring tensioned, I kind of just walk it in real slowly, a few turns on each side, until the spring basically bottoms out on the PCB. And it's good. It doesn't need to be like torqued really hard. It wasn't even really torqued whenever I pulled this apart the first time. And we're almost there. Tight there. Tight there. Go slower. What's going on, kill boy? What's up? What's up? So, that's basically the two screws put back in. You know, it's like just kind of take your time with it. Don't let it rock around. I mean, this is all that's supporting when you have it flipped over. So it is highly recommended from any technical point of view to kind of support it into the palm of your hand. It will make life easier. Sore as fuck. Sounds like either you had a good work day or you were working out. Alright, so from here, now we just kind of got to put everything back together, everything in reverse order, and then we get to watch this thing fire up. I'm not really expecting well, even with a temperature like today, I would think that this thing should do better, especially without the fur ring on there. God, I hate these little connectors. Stupid pin headers. I got a love-hate relationship with these things. Alright, so from here, can kind of get it to go back into its little home here. The only two when you're on here before you put the rear I/O on, you just don't put these two in. All the rest of them you can populate. It doesn't matter. It is just a shroud. There's nothing holding on to this important. I usually will at least start two of them before really kind of tightening everything down, and that didn't want to drop into its home. Way too good for your home. Oh, 105 outside. Damn. Want to feel the real feel. 105. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. What's up, John Germain? Killboy, how much hash rate? So I'm hoping this thing with the better thermals on here. I'm hoping that I can get it above 42, maybe 43 mega hash. If I were to do the shunt mod, which I'll be doing that next, so probably Monday, I will do a shunt mod video on this same card. So I'll be pulling this apart again, But again, I wanted to have data of, performance of everything before I go to really change it. But I'm hoping 43 mega hash, but I would settle for 42. What's up for him? Yeah, it is actually really nice today. It's like maybe 70 degrees outside Fahrenheit for anybody who's outside the. My phone says 69 for the temperature. Giggity. It says 71. 71 degrees outside. So got screw, 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 and two more and two more. Awesome. That's when I can put the faceplate back onto here. And we'll go ahead and get this thing fired up, and I will show this thing in action. Like I said, I'm not expecting it to have incredibly cooler. I mean, it's nice today. I've got the ACs off, all the AC units in the windows off. So I mean, you should kind of take it for what it is. Now, if we get into a good heat index again, like we did for the last few days, then I can see how well this really does perform with just, I mean, if doing this makes it to where you never have to worry about temps on it again in its stock format, then this in itself is 100% worth doing no matter how you want to look at it. That last one in here and then tighten it all down. That down. Flip. Flip. All right. And then, of course, give it the panda flick. Oh. Oh, damn, that sucks, Killboy. Getting brownouts relive. Power consumption. Good question on that. So, power consumption on this bad boy in its stock format is about 73 watts total power. If you mod it, you're looking at about 92, 90, about, I would say between 90 and 93 watts once you shunt mod it. But it also unlocks the performance out of the memory because they power limited this card because they put an inadequate cooler on here and they knew about it. So instead of going, well, let's put a bigger cooler on here and allow this to have good performance, they just shipped it out, limited the power on there, called it a day. So they chose where they cut corners. Is it a bad decision? No. Is it a good solution? Yes. Is it a solution that somebody looking for performance out of it would want? No. So that's where putting, the copper mod on here, shunt modding it, and just giving it back. And then if you've got a server, these things live life better in a server case. So, a server case will move more air. So you can actually take the shroud off, save the 15 watts, the 10, 15 watts for the fan on here. It lets more power go through the board. You get more airflow through a server case. So, I mean, there's pros and cons with running these. But I will be testing it out eventually on the A2000s that I have out in Oklahoma, guys. Yo. But I'm not going to do the shunt mod until I get the rest of the copper plates for them. I will not shunt mod these without copper plates. So if you guys want your A2000s modded and you don't feel comfortable with doing it yourself, that is fine. You can send them to me. Just DM me if you're new here, never been, join the Discord, link down below, DM me. I can have you send it out to my P.O. box. And I don't know, it depends on, price of material. But, figure, $50 plus the shunt mod, not the shunt mod, the $50 plus the copper mod. So whatever the copper mod cost me at the time, I'll give it to you at cost. I mean, if you wanted to get the copper mod, ship it out to me with the copper mod, $50. How's that? What up, Tech Man? What up, what up? Holy cow, John. Oh my God. I've got my stuff to be, if it sees 90C, it shuts the rigs down. No way. Oh, wow. Like, you turned the ETC solo rigs off. 888 watts and no blocks for a week. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, as soon as it gets hot, dude, it's like, yep, it's done. Boop. 80C is that. I don't want to see 90C. I cringe at 110C on the memory. So as long as I'm under 110 on the mem and I'm under 90C on the core, it seems that these bad boys live life nice. But let's get this thing back to hash and let's see where this performance really hits. 388 mega hash. That's not too bad. I know, right, Killboy? The temperatures that these little bad boys can achieve is unreal. Unreal. So, let's get this thing back to hashing, guys. All right. I forgot to switch cameras for you guys. Sorry, guys. FOMO on ETC. Keep mine. All right, let's clean my little tool off here. And what's nice about doing the shunt mod on that card, I don't have to take the cooler off. I just got to take the fan shroud off of it so I can get to the shunt mod and then mod that back up, slam it back into the rig, and 49 mega hash, 49 to 50 mega hash. It depends. So. My little kitty over here. All right, here, and We'll swap over to this screen because it's back up. Really didn't do much of a difference. 69C on the core, 94 on the mem, which is where it was before. So I didn't really change much. That's weird. But it should be dissipating it a lot better. So I wonder if I can lean on it now. Because, like, they seem to be kind of a little all over the place. Tammy, my little kitty here wants some attention. Oh, look at that fucking temp drop. Boom. I wonder if it crashed. It either crashed or it just settled in. Look at that. Look at that. 56 on the core, 70 on the mem. Oh, that's insane. Insanity. Now I want to see the other rig. We got this. See, this is my modded one, so this is running 91.58 watts. I got 74 on the core, 94 on the mem. I've got 58 on the core and 72 on the mem. So, damn. Can I overclock it more? Do I have the thermal headroom, Cammy? Do I have the thermal headroom? I don't know. Let's find out. Cammy. Cammy wants to play here. Do I have? Will it give me more power? Come on. Well, it's not crashing. The temps on it are way better. Let's see if I can get it up there. It's like, give me more power, please. Kind sir, can I get a little more power? Please, sir. All right, it did not like me going higher on the core. Like, it doesn't have enough power. So we'll do it. Let's do it this direction. Because obviously, smacking that at 1,000 on the core, it's not happy. It's like it's power limited somewhere. Let's see what you guys are talking about over here. It's like, overclock that shit. Yeah, buddy. I can answer that. Let me go look at my my temperature in there. Hold on. Oh, that is too funny, Tech Man. It is exactly 100 degrees in there. Yo, hey, thank you, Tech Man. He's like, pump up the jam. A2000 cooktop case. Yeah, boy. Thank you, Tech Man. Thank you. Thank you. With the $5 dono. All right, so it's exactly 100 degrees in the mine. It's like warp speed that shit. Hell yeah. Give Mem some 4,000 to 5,000. Actually, you can only do that on the modded ones, or if you've got the 12 gigabyte. These are not the 12 gigabyte. They're the 6. Yeah, that's all. I can do that on my modded one, John. That one's the only unmodded. My modded one, I can do 1155 on the core, and I have the memory at 5600 on the mem, and I get 49.3-ish mega hash on there. It's awesome. For him, you would be a fine British lad, mates. Thank you for him. Thank you. So, let's go back to the miner here, see how this bad boy is hitting right now. So, that's what I was saying. It doesn't like the mem being turned up that high. This one's been kind of like that. I've never been able to hit it past 32 on the mem. It's the problem with these A2000s. If they don't got enough power, they duff bad. They'll keep mining, but it tries to open the spigot up and there's nothing there. You know, it's like having a hot rod, and when you let off the brake to go launch the car, all the fuel in the gas tank sloshes to the back of the gas tank, and then the fuel pump just sucks up air. You know, that's basically what ends up happening when you overclock this thing too much and you don't have the mod done. So, like I said, come Monday, fellas. Come Monday. So I will be doing a solder job on that bad boy. Let's see how long does it takes. I'm gonna fire up a hive shell. Let's look at it through the mining dashboard itself. Let's see here. Ooh. Hey, what's going on, Jan? Original D. Really? I did not know that with the NB miner. Well, I noticed that like when it starts to get hot, hits its limitation, it starts to downclock it. The card will downclock itself too. So For him, no. Not that I know of anybody who's done that. But at the mining facility, I do have server cases, and I like fucking running my shit through server cases. I've got 8 RX 580s, no fan shrouds on there, no fans whatsoever. Vertical fin stack orientation, where I thought that was going to be an issue, turned out to be not an issue. Runs perfectly fine with no shrouds on it and then a vertical fin stack. As long as you got enough airflow going in between the cards, you are golden. I'm kind of wanting to do that with more cards that are in the server cases. Like if I could strip fans off, I'm going to save wattage, and then it makes sense to run the server fans. But don't have A2000s. Well, I know me and Mikkel are trying to find a reliable vendor for them. And if we can find a reliable vendor for them, we might be able to help locate them for people. You know. So, might be able to help you out. Maybe, just maybe. And if you're out of the country, and since it sounds like you're out of the country for him, you know, if you take stuff apart and you label it as broken, I can ship stuff internationally and, you know, for a fee, of course. I'm not going to ship it for free. It's not, 2 pounds is astronomical to ship, but I can do it I can ship it, and there won't be any real duty tax on there because it is listed as broken, so it's parts, not equipment. Loopholes to everything. Like, nice. Yeah, located in the EU. Yeah, so, yeah, I could sit there and I could ship stuff internationally. I mean, like I said, me and Mikkel are looking for ways of being able to do it. Maybe even, I mean, I don't know how bad your electric prices are in the EU, but maybe if we have a reliable source for it, you have full control over your rigs, and then maybe you mine with you have me and Mikkel hosted at the family mine. It'll be here stateside, but if you ever wanted your stuff, you know, you can just ask us, and I'll take everything apart, list it as parts, ship it out to you if that's what you wanted, bro. We work stuff out. No problem. Oh, nice. Ooh, yeah. You probably want to mine with me and Mikkel at the family mine. We can do you better. Trust me. You know, it's like 9 cents a kilowatt hour. Trust me. I want everybody to be profitable. You know, and sometimes, in order to be profitable, a group of people need to come together, and it helps cut the cost down for everyone across the board. It ain't no communism, socialism shit. It's just fucking economical that, oh, we have a bunch of like-minded people doing the same thing. Why don't we just join together and make like a super company together? You know, it's something that you can. It's so cohesive. It's like a family. Like, you just name it the family mine. Just kidding. So let's go back to this. Oh, she's action away. And she really does not like to be anything over 970 on the core. It's like anything over 970. The 970 on the core is a sweet spot on this card. I can't even do 975 without duffing it. As soon as I put it to 970, I already got more hash rate. Yeah. But the temperatures are really nice. Under 60 C on the core, 74 C on the mem. I'm gonna call this a flippin' win. It was 70 C before. I mean, granted, it had a fur ring on there, but still. I only cleaned that thing not that long ago. I'm gonna take this little tool. I'm gonna let you guys watch this shell in the box, right? And for a moment here, I'm gonna turn this other one off, and I'm gonna see if there's a fur ring on this one too. Shut down, please. Confirm this. So I'm gonna let you guys look at this while I go and see. And I'll bring it out. I'm gonna bring the tool in there. I'm gonna pull off a fur ring if it's on there. Here we go. Is there a fur ring? Not as bad. Not as bad. This is the other fur ring. You just can't make this stuff up. Rings. All right. That was nasty. Oop. Did I turn it back on? Probably not. All right. Yep. This thing should be turning back on any second here. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this. Definitely smash that Lizzie like button. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Hey, it's coming back on. Temperatures are already dropped. So yeah, you can definitely tell that there's a definite temperature difference between these two cards. So we got 60 and 74. gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bump this up with a 4. But, you know, it's like we got 60C and 74C, right? We'll just call it. And I've got 65C and 88C. So we can see how the difference between the two, really. I mean, granted, we know that we're using less wattage on the other one. Okay, cool. I get it. But that's not really bad of a temperature variant considering what we have done to it. So this is a modded card, so we're flowing, you know, 18-ish more watts through this card. And 18 watts, you don't think about it until you start looking at that each watt creates 3.41 BTUs of heat per watt. So how many watts does it take before you start feeling it? And the answer is actually quite low. 50 watts is enough to change ambient temperature in a room linearly over time. But to see a difference just between 18 watts, this to me is a win. I mean, we're got great temps on this one. Definitely does not like to do the 34. You know what? I might just go ahead from here. I'm gonna reboot this thing because I know how this card seems to react a little bit here. Here. What you guys talking about over here? So that would have the riser side, let's say, to the side case pointed to the inside of the tongue, right? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like your little idea with that. You know, a little octagon with a singular fan. I see some design constraints, possibly getting airflow to go properly. So you're going to be putting in like directional fins. You're gonna, depending on how you're pushing or pulling air. If you're pushing air, you need a way to get the air to not be turbulent, where it rolls on itself. Turbulent air has negative effects when you're trying to get airflow to go through cooling fins. You almost want to have it just wrap right through the cooling fin as hard and as fast as you can. I'm like showing everybody that. Hey, why is that on there? I'm like getting caught up in everybody talking over here. Yeah, that's why I'm rebooting it. Like, if the core clock like shits itself a little bit, it won't be very happy. So I rebooted it, and then I will. 32 is like where I had it before. 970 and 3200. It seemed to be very happy with it, and as I see right here, bam. I got 41.96. This is where it's happy. 970 on the core, 3200 on the MEM. Happy, 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 happy. And you can see the temp on there, you know. We're almost at 55C and 70C. The other rig, I'm at 90 on the MEM and 67 on the core. So because I'm juicing the MEM up really good, bam. So does anybody have any other comments or questions before I head up out of here, guys? John Jermaine, with the modded one, I've got 49.3, and the unmodded I have about 42. Good cooling on it, love it. It's good stuff. Push it vertical. Push pull vertical. Okay. Yeah, the only thing that I can see you having an issue with is just being too turbulent. So sometimes if you end up doing this and you have hot spots on there, I might be able to, if you send me the designs on there and if you build it already, okay, and you're like, hey, look, these cards in these positions are where I'm having issues, I can probably help walk you through some of the engineering issues on there. I'm not really good at CAD, but for proof of concepts designs, I'm very good at that stuff. So I can help you out with the design process on there if you're having issues. Be more than willing to help. That is a great thing to do. I don't leave anything on the fucking. I pulled everything off the exchanges a long time ago. But it's good to know that you did it, though. Yeah. Let's see how this bad boy is. So yeah, I'm getting like, now that it's settled in, getting 41.5. So I'm happy with that. Super happy. Temperatures are in control. It's a nice day out. It's all good. John, everything took a shit. This is what people were, you know, the economic people that were trying to raise the red flag on what the hell has been going on. You know, the governments want to blame, you know, our governments out here want to blame Putin. Well, the inflation started picking up before Putin, so let's get beyond that. Then you got endless money printing. You have all the banks that no longer have to have any cash reserves. They got rid of the reserves that the banks were required to have before COVID. So now we got endless money printing, endless credit line being extended out for every single person. They want everybody in credit crisis. You do this for one of two reasons. One, you have everybody in credit crisis because you're monetizing it, where debt's now your leverage. Or you're trying to get everybody to rack up so much debt that it would institute a financial reset on its own. But you got to get the people to have more debt than your top 1%. As soon as the people have more debt to GDP than the top 1%ers, they will get closer to trying to enact a monetary reset. And when a monetary reset happens, it's going to fuck everybody at the bottom. because it's not going to be like a debt jubilee, where a debt jubilee basically it resets everybody to zero. Nobody is the same. Everybody now has an equal start from square one, and it's a race to the top. That's not what we're going to see. It's going to be a monetary reset, which it resets with everything going up to the top 1%ers. So be careful with the with what the government's trying to do here. Stay frosty out there. Oh my God, I think that's hilarious. Nothing's going to happen out of it. Absolutely nothing will happen. You're basically trying to sue a man just because he's got a little bit of influence. No. It's not like I would sit there and I would understand if Dogecoin became an exit scam. Okay. Now you got my attention. Now I understand, right? But I think because of the fact that Dogecoin is just Dogecoin, if you spend $1 million because a commercial told you to spend $1 million, whose fault is that? Your fault or the commercial's fault? I mean, that's basically the way that I look at it on how they're trying to hit up Elon on that. Now, him tweeting about shitcoins, I can care less. You know, he now gets to reap the reward for tweeting in the land of shitcoin. They now have the shitcoiners now have a target going. He lost me money. I'm not smart enough to invest. He lost me money. That's the same thing as gasoline's going to cost $10. It's not because we're not energy independent and this green energy deal is good for everybody. It's Putin's fault. That's the same fucking mindset. How can you blame somebody else that's only contributing less than 20% of your energy production on what's going on now? After, we shut down all energy deployment in the States. It's that same mindset. I'm going to sue X person because I made an investment after they talked about it. They didn't tell me to invest into it. They only talked about it. So, I mean, that's going to be that fine line, is that Elon did not say go get Doge. He merely made a tweet mentioning Doge. Having open thoughts and talking about Doge, and then watching the price just rally up. Unless it's like even if he had a big old bag of it and he dumped it on everybody, he's not. You just got duped by a businessman. This happens all the time. I'm gonna fake you out on it, try to make you think to zig over here when I zagged over here. You went to Dogecoin, I went to Bitcoin. Right. It's like Tech Man's like, I see the big picture. All the people with money liquidating and hiding funds to avoid taxes. They're not really avoiding taxes so much as I think that they're just trying to obfuscate. Obfuscate. I'm not sure if I'm not pronouncing it right. Their holdings so that it's there officially. But John Q. Public can't see it, because anything that's held by a there isn't going to be any big business person that's not going to sit there and disclose to the IRS their holdings, their earnings. But this is where a lot of people, they have offshore accounts, offshore holding firms. There are ways of, skateboarding around everything at the end of the day. The latest scam is forced furnace replacement. Oh, wow. Yeah, because they want you to have electric heaters. Well, in California, they are telling their residents to stop charging their Tesla vehicles because their electric grid cannot handle it. Stay tuned as California burns. Yeah, it's like I'm all cool with green energy as long as they can make one that's sustainable and has longevity. None of it does. It's all all this green energy shit's a scam. At the end of the fucking day, it is a scam that fucking lines the pockets. Look at all the people in Congress that are fucking pro Green Deal. They had their fucking money all into where? Green energy companies. Oh, imagine that. Why would they want to push them? Yeah. The biggest scam is the dollar. No. The U.S. dollar is the OG shitcoin. That's all it is. Just another shitcoin. Literally a shitcoin. Yep. For him, all of it. They're all shitcoins. The only thing that I recognize outside of Bitcoin for being money is gold and silver. I'm sorry. Gold and silver, God's money. Bitcoin, the people's money. Robert Kiyosaki said it the best. And if you don't know who Robert Kiyosaki is, that's the rich dad, poor dad guy. Yeah, John Jermaine. Electric everything and daily rolling brownouts. Brought to you by a decrepit power grid that they have yet to update. I know, right, John? That is so on point. Hit that one right on the nose. If green energy is so cheap and so awesome, why is it as they add more of this infrastructure in the United States or whatever other country, how come electric prices are raising up? Good, valid point, John Jermaine. It is a scam, 100%. I agree with you, my man. Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay, so for real, for him, you want to be able to wait for the dollar to a dollar to pump. You see, you buy a stable coin called Tether. You buy it when it drops. And then when it arbitrage is just a little over $1, you sell it. Not financial advice, but that's the only way that you can fucking leverage shit coins like that. God, Jermaine, let's go, Brandon. Jason, it's already been done. Jason said, I would like to see somebody try and mine cryptocurrency using a Tesla. So somebody plugged their Tesla into a Tesla charging station for that free Tesla power. They had a 12 card, two 8-card rigs in there. Plus, they hacked the interface of the Tesla and had it mining Monero. Boom. Already been done. Been done, Jason. So anybody else got any comments or questions before I head up out of here, guys? I'm running a little over on the time that I was figuring I was going to be on here, which is all good. It's all good. Got awesome people talking. All you awesome people. Yo. So if you guys got any other comments or questions, I'm going to head up out of here. If you get into gaming content and all of that, and it's air conditioned too, right? So if you guys like gaming content, check out Crypto and Hot Rods Gaming on YouTube, or just Crypto and Hot Rods on Twitch. I do a lot of my gaming content over there. I do a lot of sim racing. So if you like sim racing, you can hop up over there to either side, depending on which side you like to view your gaming content. If you get into that, and while I'm gaming, you can sit there, shoot the shit with anybody that's there, or sit there and talk crypto with me, whatever, man. Crypto, cars. I'm a hot rod guy. I love building motors and stuff. So with that being said, guys, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. And like always, I'll definitely see you all on the next one. Yo, and stay savage. Yo. Oh, what, John Jermaine? California seizes pigs and cows. Oh yeah, there's so much shit going on. Yeah, you shall own nothing and be happy, right? As Carl Schwab says, eat the books, right? So take it easy, everybody. Peace out. See you in the next one. Yo.